Hey guys, it's Jonathan RK. Choosing what to read is often a daunting task and can leave you searching on the internet for hours with no results. Sometimes, it's best to just step outside of your comfort zone and look elsewhere. To figure out a new way to read, I left the conventional idea of books behind me and decided to go read at one of the most unexpected places I could think of. I had some trouble thinking of a place to get some of this unconventional reading done, and then my stomach started to growl at me. And then it hit me. What is a grocery store, if not just a library with products that I can eat? Right off the bat, I felt discouraged from entering the store. I was getting a lot of mixed signals from the signage in the parking lot. Was I not wanted here? The closer I got to the entrance, though, I began to feel more welcomed. There was a lot of signage letting me know where I was in the store. And I was glad to know I wouldn't be inhaling any secondhand smoke. I noticed a lot of produce right away, but I'm young, so I like to take advantage of my metabolism. Unfortunately, though, I cannot always tell what was in the boxes that looked so good due to the lack of labeling. I've always relied on labels for buying food, but the lack of labels just made me feel small and alone. This feeling of despair made me want to have a drink and maybe even sit down to have one too. Anyways, I soon got over myself as I realized that the store was a place for even the most basic of people. It could be a place for someone who just went through a bad breakup, or even a place for a couple people trying to have some fun. Maybe even a place for someone struggling to have any fun. I did realize, though, that every step I took was being watched. All the signs for all the aisles had cameras underneath them, and I couldn't help but wonder, what's the point of this? Anyways, my whole purpose was to go to the store and read, and while I did see a lot of words, I also did see a lot of numbers. There seemed to be a lot of correlation between words used and price points. Simple words like delightful made items more expensive, and words like, old made items cheaper. This was weird to me, and I felt like this was something that needed to be pointed out. Again, I started to feel intimidated by the store. Shortly after, though, I was reminded of some great things that made me happy and reminded me why I came there in the first place. After putting back the expensive Minions branded snack, I noticed that there was a lot more branding that appealed to childhood nostalgia. There were protein drinks flavored like sugary cereals and even oatmeal with Superman on it. I started to realize that these products with big name brands or endorsements cost more. For example, there was the store brand of Rice Krispies called Scrunchy Crispy Rice. For some reason, though, the Rice Krispies cost $4.94, while the Scrunchy Crispy Rice cost $2.19. Now, I'm not great at math, but I don't think a picture of an elf costs or needs to cost more than a picture of a cute little bear. I mean, come on, look at this guy. Anyways, I decided to look at more cereal, and I noticed many more instances of this sort of dilemma. There were Lucky Charms, and there were Scrunchy Marshmallow Dreams. The expensive one with a leprechaun, and the cheaper one with a bear in a ShopRite shirt. I also noticed that there were Fruity Pebbles, and next to them, the cheaper priced Scrunchy Crispy Colors, again with the picture of a bear on it. I couldn't help but feel bad for this bear, but I had to search for reading again. I needed to find more words around me. There were always words lining these signs in big white letters that made it easy to navigate the store, but I also got lost very fast. One moment I was just enjoying the spooky Halloween season, then I turned around and it was already Christmas for some reason. Everything around me became really confusing really fast. Why do peas need to be young? Why is there a cup of coffee that can make me a genius or make me slim? Why was there shells and cheddar right next to boxes with shells and real cheddar? There was so much information around me, but these labels did more than covers do for a book. There was water with cool bottle designs, water that evoked life, and water that even evoked death, for some reason. There were also these bottles of water called Lemon Perfect with these sleek designs, and I also noticed there was a great 6 for $10 sale, so I had to get a few. But then I found myself in this sort of wasteland of products, and I was almost at the end of my trip. I was even saddened to find those Lemon Perfects I just bought. I started praying to God that this trip would be over and that I would be a smart one and leave and get myself a meal because I'm a hungry man. So I Went back to my place and decided to make a nice bowl of scrunchy, crispy colors. There was so much information going on in that grocery store, and at times I felt like I was a customer just being targeted. I decided not to give in to all of the marketing and advertising, though, and take the road less traveled, and by that I mean the store brand. After all, look at this guy. I mean, come on. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.